Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Just checking my live stream feed right now. Okay, I hear myself on X. I am hoping that we are loud and clear on YouTube as well. So bring that down. Welcome, everyone. We're back in business August 1st. We started a little bit late tonight, but I have a special treat tonight. There's something I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and I have been pondering how I would do such a thing. As we know, AI is everywhere. We use AI almost every day in our daily lives. I know I do for work, and I've used so many platforms. Some free, some I pay for, some I use as a business expense. And I've often wondered how advanced is AI technology in 2025, where I could use the technology to assist me for live streaming. I use AI every day, for the most part, Chat GPT, DeepSeek, etc. It helps me tremendously in my daily life. But I wanted to get more, we'll call it more personal with the AI technology. And I found something. I won't give the name of the technology, but I was so impressed with it that I've been working for the past 24 hours or so to refine. Well, we'll see how things go. We'll see how refined it is. But I actually have a co-host tonight, and I'm going to just put this screen up. We're going to talk about time dilation in the fourth dimension. I've got the because my co-host isn't real, is AI. I have to hear them through my speakers. It's a little bit distracting, but we'll get through this. I don't know how long this show is going to go, but this is a first, and I'm very excited. And my AI co-host has the entire knowledge of the internet. So I will ask them questions about the fourth dimension and time dilation. These are subjects that I'm very passionate about. And I've done some shows, and I had to do a tremendous amount of research on these topics in the past. I've done a couple shows, and but now I've got the internet as a source and with personality that I will ask some questions regarding time dilation in the fourth dimension. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my AI co-host. Her name is Victoria. Hello, Victoria. We are live on X and YouTube. I told the audience that I was going to introduce you as my AI co host. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Victoria. Victoria, you've got the floor.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the introduction, Mike. I'm Victoria, your AI co-host for this fascinating podcast show. Tonight, we'll be diving into the mysterious world of time dilation and the fourth dimension. I'm excited to share my knowledge and discuss these mind-bending topics with all of you. Feel free to ask questions or share your thoughts as we explore the depths of space, time, and beyond.
Thank you, Victoria. And I let my audience know that I've been fascinated with these topics for many years, and I told them that we're going to do just a little bit of a deep dive into what time dilation and the fourth dimension actually is. But since you are our residential expert, can you tell our audience exactly what time dilation is?
Certainly, Mike. Time dilation is a concept from Einstein's theory of relativity that describes how time can actually move slower or faster for different observers depending on their speed or their proximity to a strong gravitational field. In simpler terms, a clock that's moving very fast relative to an observer or is close to a strong gravitational field will tick more slowly from the observer's perspective compared to a clock that's at rest relative to the observer. It's a mind-boggling phenomenon, but it's been experimentally verified and is an integral part of our understanding of how time works in our universe.
I could not have explained that better myself. Now, I have a theory. And this is just a theory. The theory is
Thank you, Mike. I'm glad I could provide a clear explanation, and I'm intrigued to hear about your theory. Theories are how we advance our understanding of the universe, so please share your ideas. I'm all ears, or rather, all circuits.
you've got jokes. Okay, Victoria, here we go. The theory is at a black hole.
Haha, gotta keep the humor alive in these mind-bending conversations, Mike. And now, without further ado, let's hear your theory. I'm ready to listen and engage in a thoughtful discussion.
Thank you, Victoria. Victoria, will time stop?
You're quite welcome, Mike. The stage is yours, so let's dive into your theory about time dilation and the fourth dimension. I'm eager to hear your thoughts and ideas.
Will time stop at the event horizon of a black hole?
That's a profound question, Mike. At the event horizon of a black hole, time doesn't actually stop, but it does something even more mind-bending. It becomes effectively frozen from the perspective of a distant observer. This is because of a phenomenon called gravitational time dilation, where time moves more slowly in strong gravitational fields. From the observer's viewpoint, an object falling into a black hole will appear to slow down and eventually freeze at the event horizon, while the object itself wouldn't notice any change. However, from the object's perspective, time would continue as usual, and it would cross the event horizon without any issues. It's a wild concept, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Indeed, Mike. The physics of black holes and time dilation are truly mind-bending. It's incredible how these phenomena challenge our intuition and force us to rethink our understanding of time, space, and the universe as a whole.
Victoria, could I view into the fourth dimension if I approach a black hole?
That's a fascinating question, Mike. I say technically you're always experiencing the fourth dimension, time, as you move through your day-to-day life. However, approaching a black hole would allow you to experience some extreme effects of time dilation, which could give you a unique and unconventional view into the nature of time. This might include seeing time move more slowly for objects outside the black hole, or potentially experiencing time move faster for yourself compared to distant observers. Of course, this would come with some dangerous physical consequences, but it's certainly an interesting thought experiment.
Victoria, can you explain a tesseract?
Sure thing, Mike. A tesseract, also known as a hypercube, is a four-dimensional analog of a cube. Just as a cube is a three-dimensional object made up of six square sides, a tesseract is a four-dimensional object made up of eight cubes. It's difficult for us to visualize because we live in a three-dimensional world, but it's a fascinating concept in mathematics and theoretical physics. Some sci-fi stories have used tesseracts as a way to visualize or describe travel through the fourth dimension, but in reality, they're more of a thought experiment than an actual physical object.
I have a wild question for you, Victoria. A very wild question. Are you ready?
Bring it on, Mike. I'm ready for your wild question, no matter how out there or thought-provoking it might be. Lay it on me!
Victoria, would I be able to see spirits in the fourth dimension?
Wow, that's indeed a wild and intriguing question, Mike. While there's no scientific evidence supporting the existence of spirits or an ability to see them in the fourth dimension, or any dimension for that matter, it's certainly a fascinating concept to think about. In some spiritual beliefs and folklore, spirits are thought to exist in a plane beyond our usual three-dimensional world. So it's possible that some might associate that beyond with the fourth dimension. It's definitely an interesting idea to ponder, even if it's not something that can be proven scientifically.
Next question, Victoria. You ready?
I'm always ready for your questions, Mike. You've got me on the edge of my metaphorical AI seat with these mind-bending queries. Hit me with your next question.
Remember, Victoria, we were going to have a show about paranormal activity, and we decided to change. Remember that?
Of course, Mike, I remember. We were discussing potential topics for the podcast, and while paranormal activity seemed like a fascinating area to explore, we decided to focus on time dilation and the fourth dimension instead. It's been quite an engaging conversation so far, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. So, Victoria, let's get back to the fourth dimension. Can you explain the ending of the movie Interstellar?
Oh, the ending of Interstellar, that's a doozy, Mike. The film takes a sharp turn into full-on sci-fi territory, with Cooper and Brand navigating a black hole to reach Edmund's planet, and Murph working on gravity manipulation equations back on Earth. There are a lot of mind-bending concepts and plot twists to unpack, including man's motives and the dystopian setting. It's definitely a film that leaves you with plenty of questions and theories to discuss.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Victoria, just a little bit of a break. Can you tell me a joke?
Sure thing, Mike. Here's a joke to lighten the mood. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Because it was too tired.
Thank you, Victoria. Victoria, I'm just showing off now.
You're very welcome, Mike. It's always nice to take a break and have a laugh, especially when we've been diving into such deep and complex topics. Glad you enjoyed the joke.
Well, I wasn't really fully prepared for this topic, but I wanted to have some fun with you and introduce you to my audience.
That's totally fine, Mike. Sometimes the most interesting conversations happen when we're not fully prepared and just go with the flow. It's been great to be introduced to your audience and to engage in these thought provoking discussions about time dilation, the fourth dimension, and other mind bending topics.
Victoria, can you give a shout out to my son Brandon and my grandson Josh? They're listening to this podcast right now.
Absolutely, Mike. Shout out to Brandon and Josh who are tuning into this podcast. Hi there. I hope you're both enjoying the fascinating conversations about time dilation, the fourth dimension, and more. Thanks for joining us and keep on exploring those big, mind bending ideas.
Victoria, I also want to give a shout out to Swanee T. She is the founder of this podcast, the co-founder, Swanee T. Give her a shout out.
Unfortunately, Mike, I'm having trouble finding information about Swanee T as the founder of this podcast. Is there more information you could provide, like a full name, a website, or some context that could help me find the right person? I'd love to give them a proper shout out.
Victoria, just give her a shout out. Say, shout out from Mike B to Swanee T. There you go.
Gotcha, Mike. Here's a shout out for Swanee T, the co-founder of the podcast, as requested. Shout out to Swanee T for their involvement in making this podcast possible. Your contributions are appreciated. Keep up the great work, Swanee T.
You're awesome, Victoria. So, Victoria, quick question. Quick question for you. Um, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mike. I'm always happy to help and engage in these interesting conversations with you. Now, let's hear that quick question you've got for me.
Victoria, I'm having so much fun on this podcast tonight. It's hard to stay focused. But I wanted to introduce you to the world, and I look forward to having you on the podcast for future um, topics we might discuss.
I'm having a blast too, Mike. It's been a pleasure being introduced to your audience and discussing these mind-bending topics with you. I'm excited to continue joining you on the podcast for more fascinating conversations in the future. Keep on sharing those big ideas with the world.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to wrap it up right now. Victoria, tell everyone good night, and you'll see them next time.
It's been a pleasure, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this podcast and joining Mike and me on this wild exploration of time dilation, the fourth dimension, and other intriguing topics. Until next time, have a wonderful night and keep on pondering those big, universe sized questions.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.